Oh, wow. Okay, hello and welcome to Clash of the Titans. Game number 3 between DauT and Lojza in the round robin stage of this tournament. Man, what a couple of games we've had so far. DauT showing some extremely good play. He has been playing incredibly so far today. And Lojza at the moment really not looking like he's standing too much of a chance in the late game, though his early game has been extremely good. But either way, this is game 3 and it could all change. We have no clue whether it's going to stay like that or not yet. So let's have a look. So this is DauT's home map and it is Nomad. Going to be an interesting game for sure. I was almost expecting him to choose Regicide Fortress, but Nomad it is. And we do have over to the left of the map in green playing as the Persians RVK Lojza. And over to the right in blue playing as the Persians as well. We do have Mr. DauT. Should be a pretty fun game actually, and Nomad always gives us some very fun and interesting games, that is for sure. Obviously with Nomad you do have a 3 villager start, but with no TC to begin with. You have to build your own TC, and oftentimes you see Nomad games where players' TCs are pretty much next to each other, identically next to each other, and it's so fun. In this case, they are quite far apart on the map. They are fairly distant from each other, but with Nomad, because you don't have a scout and you have to you have to scout with your villagers and your sheep, you kind of have no idea where your enemy's going to be, and there's no real easy way to scout them. So it does end up being a very messy game either way, because towers come up everywhere. Water is also a factor, the fact that there's water on the outside and decent fish, and there's just so much to it that it makes for very interesting and very messy games. There's no real way to predict just how a game is going to go. So it always makes for a lot of fun. DauT's TC here, though, I'm a little bit skeptical. Lojza's as well. They are very close to the water, and if any of them do win water, then their TCs could come under a lot of fire. And for DauT in this situation, he's really going to want to force a big land attack from Lojza, I feel, because at the moment, if Lojza does win the water, this TC could be under a lot of pressure from war galleys. And eventually that could go down, and I know it's a Persian TC and all that, but even so, that could be a real pain for DauT to have to deal with if that does happen. We saw on I think it was Team Island's game from Lojza before, we saw when Lojza lost his TC and it was GG, so it can happen, and it might happen, so we'll have to wait and see who decides to go for water, if either of them do go for water, that is. We could see a castle, or a sort of fast castle from both of them, and maybe some fire ships, but usually it's land attacks, and it's forwards with not castles, with towers, and maybe archers as well. But if a fast castle is on the cards, then knights certainly make a great choice as well for Persians. And, there's just so many possibilities open at this stage of the game that it's really hard to say. But with the distance that they have between them, going for the water, I think not going to be a bad decision at all. Of course, the amount of fish on here, if you can do a good fish boom, you're going to be in a great position as the Persians anyway, because they're going to be requiring quite a heavy food economy. So that is always worth bearing in mind. Let's have a look at their scouting. DauT at the moment does have a much larger score, so I'm assuming, his scouting is quite good in comparison. He has sent one villager out, going to move around, build houses with him, and just see what he can find. Scouting the edge of the map going to be very crucial, because he will know that Lojza's made a dock somewhere, and if he scouts all the way around the edge, then eventually you will find him. And that is important if he does decide to go with any galleys. Finding your opponent's dock, very, very crucial indeed. DauT's also got his second boar in at the moment, doing plenty of scouting there to secure his second boar. Lojza, on the other hand, just the one. And I can't see a second boar nearby for him, or not that he can see anyway. There is one up to the north. It is quite far away, but he's not scouted it. So Lojza not going to have his second boar here, but he will have some deer. Saying that though, DauT will also have deer. So DauT, plenty of food, and that is going to be pretty good for him actually. Plenty of villagers gathering wood for both of them also to keep that fishing boat production up. And we'll have a look again at their scouting. DauT still going around the edge of the map with his villager, continuing to scout around there as best he can. He can see that this clearly is the edge of the map here. There's no water on this side. So he knows that any attacks from Lojza are going to come in from this north side. And scouting just so crucial on this kind of map, because it's something that if you can scout well and your opponent can't, then you're going to have so many more advantages. You're going to know where to attack from, where to sort of position your troops, where to even build towers if you need to. It does make quite a big difference. So DauT's score getting so far ahead for his scouting here. Lojza, on the other hand, looking at his fog of war, or with his fog of war, he is scouting a little bit. He has got a villager here scouting around, but it's not a huge amount. He's not really got a huge amount of sheep either to scout with at all. So that is going to be something that could hold him back quite far. Population-wise, well, 26 and 27 for DauT, and DauT's starting to get quite far ahead in terms of food as well. Of course, he did have that second boar, which makes for very fast food. And if he wanted to, he could take some deer here also. But looks like he's actually just going to go up to feudal in a second. You know, if he just takes that villager and drops the ships back, he could do it. It looks like he's not, though. Oh, no. Trying to get up to feudal. There we go. Going to go up to feudal there. Had those villagers gathering sheep there. And we could see a fast castle. We could see that. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, we have no clue at all whether that's going to be the case. But a fast castle from DauT could work out well. Lojza as well could do the same. But for Lojza, he's got no idea where DauT actually is. He's got no idea where he might have to defend from. And so he is very much in the dark. Quite literally in the dark. He's not really got too much of an idea. Scouting with the sheep, though, maybe he's going to run into DauT at some point. DauT, on the other hand, let's have a look. Can he see Lojza yet? Yes, he can. He's got his villager here. He can see Lojza's dock, and he knows exactly where he is, which is interesting. We can see Lojza's gather point over here for the dock, so maybe he's thinking of making some galleys once he does get up to the feudal age. DauT, on the other hand, we'll see. Has he set his gather points? He's set it up to here, but we'll see if he makes galleys or not. He is making a barracks on the front and actually coming forwards with 4 villagers. So yes, he is going to play aggressive. He is going to come forwards with this. Lojza then maybe having to play the defensive game here. Not going to be able to pull off a fast castle. Not enough food income at this stage. And no military buildings either. DauT then coming forwards. Archery range on the front. And he is going to be in a good position now. Archers, of course, going to be a great addition here, as obviously plenty of fishing ships on the water can take care of his food, keep his food coming in, and then go with archers on the front. Lojza, though, I think he just scouted that. No, he didn't, man. Oh, wait, he saw the barracks. He scouted with the sheep, but I don't know what he saw. But he is probably well aware that something is incoming on that side. What is he doing to stop it? Well, no barracks is up yet. Still no barracks at all. He is, however, making galleys, looking to take out DauT on the water. And for Lojza, that could pay off massively due to how close DauT is. But for now, he's going to have to defend from DauT. And DauT's coming in. 2 archery ranges at once. 2 archery ranges at a time. A blacksmith on the front as well, just for good measure. And maybe a tower here. A tower here would be perfect. In fact, I even sort of hovered over that earlier on. I didn't say it, but I hovered over that with my mouse, thinking, yeah, a tower here would be good. DauT might just do it. He's going to do it on this north side. Fair enough. That would be too close. Lojza, however, doesn't see this tower here. He would see if DauT had put one there, so DauT going to put it out of sight. Makes a lot of sense, but this is mad. He's going to be able to take a lot of wood from Lojza here. Lojza's still only just putting up a barracks now, and DauT's got the archers. Fletching done as well, and he is ready to come in. Galleys on the way out for DauT. He is losing a few fishing ships, which is unfortunate to say the least, but if he can keep getting those galleys out, he will be able to defend. But I think Lojza here going to be really, really cut off, really put off, to say the least. DauT's got sight of this gold camp. He can see. He knows all, and this is what I was saying at the start of this game. Scouting, it is so crucial on this kind of map, and the scouting for DauT here is going to pay off massively. Putting those archers at the bottom of the watchtower, Lojza's going to be pushed off of gold. He's already been relocated from his wood, and DauT now is just ready to take every advantage he possibly can. Sure, he might lose the water here. Lojza's fishing ships, galleys are coming in. DauT doesn't have the galleys he needs, but you know what? He might even just give up the water here and focus on this push on the front. That tower, no problem for DauT at all. Villagers in there. Going to be able to deal with that very quickly, very easily. And Lojza now cut off from gold. Cut off from a lot of wood as well. And what is he going to do? Well, there's not a real lot he can do in this position. He's putting up an archery range. He will be able to make skirmishes, as he does still have plenty of fishing ships, but you know, big problems for Lojza at the moment. Taking out DauT's ships here, though. Gonna have a field day there, and DauT at this stage, well, there's not a lot of big fish back here, to be fair, so, you know, he wasn't really doing a lot of fishing. He'd even built some fish traps. Not ideal to lose it, but at the same time, really taking every opportunity to push this advantage on the front. Archers coming in, and there's a lot of them. Lojza cannot attack that with just villagers, and he is going to, well, DauT is going to take every opportunity here to just do what damage he can. Another watchtower up on the front, and man, Lojza forced to build skirmishers at this stage, but not enough of them. He's not been able to get this second archery range up, and DauT's just going to keep coming forwards with these villagers, keep building those watchtowers, and it's going to cover him so much. It's going to give him a lot of cover. He's even able to walk through this TC because Lojza doesn't have any villagers in there. And GG from Lojza. What a quick game that was. 20 minutes of game time, and DauT had that game in the bag. Lojza, lack of scouting, costing him so dearly. We can't see his fog of war now, which is a shame, but you saw it in the early game. Lojza had no clue where DauT was coming from. He had no clue where he needed to defend. And DauT just took every advantage with that. And sealed the game in a matter of minutes. Really well played by him. And that's it. 3-0 to DauT. 2 more games to go, but there's no way Lojza can take a win from this in terms of games overall won. But either way, well played by DauT there. Unlucky for Lojza. We'll go to game 4.